I feel like if the owner of this S1K is watching, I think he needs some carbon fiber on there. M1000 RR. If anyone knows any loan shark that'll break my fucking legs if I don't pay them back. What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another video. Whoa, don't want to be losing this. You guys read the title and thumbnail. In today's episode, we are installing heated grips on my Grom right here. We got to put it down. Got to brake. Oh boy, this is a little tricky. As I was saying, we're installing heated grips on my 2018 Honda Grom. This right here is going to be an absolute game changer. For those that don't know, let's just put this back down here. Okay, for those that don't know, I ride my Grom every single day to work. Now in the summertime, these are not needed whatsoever, other than the odd day when it's raining. Nice, hell yeah, let's go, Scoots McBoots. So the last 3 years, I've been riding to work with really cold hands. I bought those amazing 5 gloves. I do have a video out on those 5 gloves, but even those, at the end of the day, on the really cold winter days when it's raining and pouring out, my fingers are absolutely freezing. Now, the reason why I haven't got these sooner is I always thought that the Grom wasn't, let's just put this down here, was that the Grom's battery isn't strong enough to power heated grips. Now at the last motorcycle meet, I saw somebody with the exact same Grom as me, same color, same year, same absolutely everything. He had these heated grips right here on his Grom. He said they worked perfectly. So in this video, we are going to find out if the Honda Grom is strong enough to power heated grips. So when I was buying these grips right here, there was 2 different versions that you could get when it comes to heated grips. These are the 140 Canadian dollar ones. They say they're smart controlled, all that kind of stuff. They're gonna shut off. I think they read the battery voltage. They know when to shut off. They're not gonna kill your battery, but they make a $250 version. Let me know down in the comments what the difference is between these 140 and the $250 one. At the end of the day, I don't really need any smart features. Maybe that one's controlled by your phone or something like that. But for me, I think this is going to work absolutely perfectly. Let's get this in the old backpack here. That is really annoying driving with that, between my legs here. So we're heading over to Heart Attack Motorsports as always. If you guys have seen any of my videos, you know that I can't install shit on my bike here. I am so mechanically declined. So we're just taking it to a shop. We're going to be doing an oil change on the Grom here. It is way overdue as well. So we'll be doing that oil change just to get some nice, fresh, clean oil for the winter months, for all the abuse and rainy days that I'm going to be putting this Grom through. Also, I went over to Honda last weekend and found out that there is an oil screen on this bike right here that needs to be cleaned every 3rd oil change, I think they recommend. If you guys didn't know, there is no oil filter on a Honda Grom. They just have an oil screen. It's just like a strainer of sorts that is on this Grom. I have never cleaned it. I've never changed it, anything like that. I think there's about 24,000 kilometers on this bike right here, so it's definitely been ridden. This is my daily commuter. I ride this bike rain or shine. Oh shit. I wish I was right there getting my windshield cleaned. Hell yeah. I feel like I've got some very good use out of these grips right here. They are so sticky. There is no grip whatsoever on them. It makes my gloves really sticky, and I put my hand on my BMW like this, and I get a whole bunch of glue on the tank. I've been wondering where all that glue has been coming from, and then it kind of clicked that these grips right here, using these gloves, are causing all that glue to go away. So it's going to be really nice to ditch these grips right here. That being said, guys, if you're in the market for some lightly used grips right here, hit me up down in the comments. I wouldn't let these go for less than $100 because, I mean, look at them. They're red. They're awesome. They match my levers right here. I don't know what it is, guys, but every single time I drive by, let's just shift gears, BMW high road right there, my brain starts thinking of things that I need to buy just as an excuse to go into BMW High Road, see what they've got in the showroom. Every single time I drive by, it is nearly impossible to drive by like I just did and not stop in and pick up something. I might think of something on the way back, like chain clean, chain lube, something like that. Just an excuse to get in there and pay a little extra, pay dealership prices for those maintenance kind of things, just as an excuse to stop by, because it's kind of weird just to stop by and obviously not buy anything other than maybe an M1000RR. I think the M1000RR is really the only bike that's on my radar right now. It's really life goals just to get that M1000RR coming to the channel sometime soon. If more of you guys subscribe and more of you guys start liking and commenting and all that kind of stuff, we might actually be able to make that dream come true and get an M1000RR. Now, I'm not set on the 2026 model with all that dry carbon, all that kind of stuff. I kind of want to wait until next year, see what they drop. A lot of you guys probably have seen that BMW concept. I want to see what's going to happen with that, if they're going to release that as a street version, like what's going on with that BMW concept. I think that would be an absolute game changer. I have no idea what the price is on that thing, but I think having one of those as opposed to the M1000RR might be the way to go. Comment down below if you guys know any loan sharks or something like that, because I think that's what it would take to get an M1000RR. Absolutely disgusting amount of money. I think you're around that $65,000 Canadian for an M1000RR. Then obviously you've got to do a ton of mods, you've got to put an exhaust on it, you've got to do all of that kind of stuff, because honestly that bike is a little bit underwhelming. Oh shit, I cannot keep up to anyone. Honestly, that bike's a little bit underwhelming from the factory. Coming from the 2023-24 M1000RR, that bike was absolutely unreal. Having all that carbon, all that gloss carbon, and then they kind of took it all away and put it into the engine, which is also... I need to get out of this lane. I am holding up traffic so bad right now. Let's get over. I'm right to the pin here, guys, and I am not keeping up with the flow of traffic whatsoever. We need to get over to the slow lane ASAP here. Yeah. Such a pain in the ass riding the Grom on the street. That we are not going 100 kilometers an hour here. I have a different front sprocket on right now, and I think we're probably doing 80 right now, so the speedometer is all out of whack here. Let's get over here, let's cut this guy off, and yeah, there we go. Anyways, M1000RR, if anyone knows any loan sharks that have like a 20% interest or something like that, that'll break my legs if I don't pay them back, let me know down in the comments. I think that's probably the only way we're getting the M1000RR in the near future. But anyways, back to the Honda Grom here. So we're obviously changing out the grips here in this video. This mirror, I do have a second one from my crashed S1000RR. I'm really hoping we can find a way to make it work to have two mirrors on this bike. After putting two mirrors on my S1000 and my M1000, just having mirrors on both sides is such a game changer. We're actually kind of sort of keeping up with the flow of traffic. Not too bad. Skytrain job going up right there. Hell yeah, so cool. And as always, guys, feel free to make fun of me in the comments for not doing the install myself. I know my limits. This is just easier that way. And I don't have to get rid of oil. I don't have to take it to the depot or wherever the hell you take used oil. It just makes my life so much easier taking this to a shop, letting him deal with it. Here you go. Here's the bike. Please fix it, refresh it, heated grip. Also, I gotta fix my rear signal lights on the bike today. I'm hoping it's just a loose wire or something like that. It's probably right full of water from all the times I rode this bike in the rain, but right now the integrated turn signals are not working on the right side, and they're kind of half working on the left side. Pretty sure they're toast, they're done, but I'll have Jeff take a look and maybe we fixed my signal lights in this video, maybe not. He mentioned he has some old signal lights from some other bike, so maybe we get some signal lights installed on this bike here from another bike. No way, I don't know if you guys can see that. This place right here offers free horse manure. I've been looking for a place to get horse manure for free because it's always so expensive. I buy horse manure by the pound. I buy 5-6 pounds at a time every time I go, and it's always $20-$30. And that place, wow. And right on time, 10 o'clock appointment. We are 10 minutes early. Heart Attack Motorsports. Let's frickin' go. We'll see you guys when we get back with the full heated grips installed. Fingers crossed they work. Okay, bye. I feel like if the owner of this S1K is watching, I think he needs some carbon fiber on there. Something's just missing without it, you know? Damn, I do like this seat right here. That is pretty freaking nice. I don't know if that's Louis Moto or where that came from, but damn. And this gas tank cover right here. This is a necessity. I need this on my S1K ASAP. But carbon fiber, sure missing something here. Carbon fiber, yeah. This would be a nice bike if it, yeah. All right, and we're back. Jeff worked his magic on this Grom here. It gave it the TLC that it desperately needed. We ended up getting the mirrors back on here. We got the mirror on the right side now, which was absolutely critical. I hated riding this bike without having a mirror there, but as you guys can see, we got the Oxford heated grips on here. Absolutely amazing. I am so excited to see how much these things warm up. I really hope that the Grom has enough power to really power these heated grips here. Again, it's such a small little engine. I don't know if it's going to have enough battery power to do it, but we're going to find out very shortly. And then next up here, we did the signal lights right here and here. On this bike right here, we've got the integrated ones. You could barely see them. The right side wasn't working whatsoever. We have both of these working now. Let's just fire it up here for a second, and boom. As you can see, we've got the integrated and the aftermarket one right there. I ride this bike in the rain all the time. I want people to be able to see what way I'm turning. That is absolutely important when it comes to riding this in terrible weather, which is basically what I do all winter long with my Grom. But anyways, let's jump on the bike here, see if these things get up to temperature, see if I can even notice it. All right, 30% right there. Let's crank that right up to 105 different settings. So cool, 100%. I don't feel anything yet, but she's early. Okay, and they're a little thicker, which is really nice. They're kind of about the same size as my BMW now. Before, with those red grips on there, they were so worn out. It was like grabbing basically just bars. Absolutely terrible. Holy shit! My hands are already sweating. It's literally been about 30 seconds to a minute, and my hands are cooking. There's a reason why there's different levels. I thought for sure I was gonna have to run these on 100% all of the time. No, not the case whatsoever. I don't even think it's got to full temperature yet. Damn, these feel so much better now. Well, everybody is passing me, but that's to be expected on the Honda Grom. At least we're in the slow lane here. I don't even think we're doing the speed limit right now, but one thing I will say is my hands are cooking. Like, they're warm. Like, holy shit, the Grom can definitely power heated grips, no problem whatsoever. The question's been answered. You can definitely install heated grips on your Honda Grom. It will be strong enough. My hands are cooking. It is way too warm right now. We are going to turn this down to 30%. Like, there's no need for heated grips on a day like today, but come January, come February, when I'm riding this bike to work, that is going to be nice. Highly recommend it. Nice. I feel so slow. In a normal world, I would be able to hang with these guys, no problem. On my S1000RR, my M1000, but I'm right to the pin. This bike is not going any faster. But anyways, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's a little different than my usual video with the M1000 and the S1000. I know that that's mostly what you guys are interested in. But if you guys want to see some more Grom stuff, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you want to see as far as Honda Grom content goes. But anyways, guys, as always, let your uncle, your aunt, your grandma, your grandpa know that I've got heated grips and clean oil and a mirror on the 2018 Honda Grom. I'll see you guys. Let's try and get over here. Oh shit. Right to a stop. Wow. Like, what the buddy? I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye. Bye.